about his third journey done cross country. I chose the Lexus. It's different. There's a lot that goes into that development to that car. That car is very special, very different. It's just one of a kind. I mean, to this day, when I pull up in that, it gets more attention than any other Ferrari or Lambo I've had or whatever. Nothing compares to what I get with this Peninsula. So I mean, people take these, they put them in the closet, and you never see them again. These clients and VIP friends and family members back and forth, I guess, wherever they're going. So I want to thank my team, my partner, my brother, Warren, my West Coast team, Mo, the rest of my guys that work for me, all my friends, family, just help me build our business, just strive, business associates, and just, anybody who's good in life to be around. Just good people. I think good people. And doing business with good people. That's what I think.
From Houston, and my Instagram name is Underdog, and I know a lot of people know where that name came from. So started off when I was kind of testing out the car scene, and I would pull up my car right at the beginning. Started to get deep into it and start modifying the car. I knew that I'd be able to make a splash, and everybody likes to see the underdog win. Why I bought it, to tell you the truth, was the red interior. Wasn't really concerned about the exterior at all. I bought it sight unseen online, and I had a set of wheels that it came with that did not stand up to the tough Houston roads. Ended up with 5 cracks in the passenger that he recommended Boston, and I made the decision to go with the CB3. So kind of the relationship of, I feel like I'm like this glue between Sony and Boston, if I can say that, right? Because obviously car enthusiasts love to have their cars photographed, and there's tons of products that I think are kind of crossover from both the car world and the photography world. As an employee of Sony, it's opened up a lot of doors, and it's allowed me to build relationships and network. And I feel like it got me closer and deeper into the Boston family, because there was a business side of it as well as a personal side. And very rarely do you have that in life where you can kind of have. How I basically met or was able to put faces to a lot of the names that I'd seen online was for Wakefest in Houston. And I still felt like I was underdog. My car hadn't had too much done to it, so I got with a buddy of mine and we decided to get the car. All right, for the Boston owners meeting at EBS Motors. So I wanted to make sure that I kind of made it a splash. I wanted to get a lot of attention. I wanted it to stand out, basically. So I had the opportunity pulled up with this crazy blood orange, dipped Audi. And had the opportunity to just meet the entire Boston team that was there, Leo, Mike, just everybody. It was just the way that I was embraced just because I was a Boston owner is something that I never imagined. So my truck layout, it's a collaboration between Houston Car Stereo and CVT Designs. CVT Designs handled my air suspension. As far as the audio video setup in the trunk, that was Houston Car Audio. As far as what stands out the most, I'll tell you the 2 components, the hard lines, I think are really key to the trunk setup. I think it's unique. Some people decide they want to hide the lines, look clean. I kind of wanted to show the hardware, reminding me a little bit of a nice Rolex watch where you can see kind of all the mechanisms or anything, the mechanics behind it. You want to see how it works. Of what you perceive perfection to be, I think your will, because it's so important to it, should do the same. So I felt like I started off with the CB3, which was really good. I mean, that classic 5-star look, you can't go wrong with it, right? So I went with that, and I started off with that. Then the VFS ones, my girlfriend Anna actually had a hand in wanting that, where she fell in love with it. So I felt like that was the next stage of it. So overall, like, I decided to come to Miami for a show, but honestly, I gotta tell you, it was an excuse to be able to come, be here. Having Al walk me through step by step, stage by stage, to be able to see the differences between what Boston does when they produce their Forge line versus maybe some of the competitors, to see how much attention to detail, how much human touch is placed on those wheels. It's special to me. And I gotta tell you that the other side of it, and it's important to me, is I actually know the names of the people that built my wheels, and that says something to me. Having it made in the USA right here in Miami, it's just an incredible being a part of WECFest in Miami is another dream, so I can check that one off of my bucket list for cars. So I've got some changes, some modifications I'd like to make on the car. Some aesthetic, maybe some performance, maybe not, who knows. But just trying to continue to create what I perceive as the perfect build.
自動車とは、マルティン塗装、カスタムをメインとしている会社でありまして、車にまつわることは何でもやっているような会社です。ボステンとの出会いは、モンデラジャパンさんにあり、コンケルデザインを、見て一目惚れして、今デモカー全車両に装着ということになりました。今、大阪オートメッセに向けて、C クラス、ボステンの VLE1 装着予定です。なぜ VLE1 を使ったかと言いますと、うちの、ワイドボディと、ディープコンケーブルのコラボレーションをしたくて使いました。僕個人的にも、ボステンのホイールがすごく好きなので、これからも、コラボレーション、たくさんしていきたいと思いますので、よろしくお願いします。
We decided at Boston to truly show our clients and customers how much we appreciate them, as well as showcasing our new LC series, our new Boston work line at Mandarin Oriental and what was called the Boston Sky Lounge. The idea behind the Boston Sky Lounge was to create this world-class experience for our amazing dealer network, our partners and our family and friends at the Mandarin Oriental. We did have our small booth at SEMA this year, and at night we had the Boston Sky Lounge, which really allowed us to showcase our new forged wheels as well as our full form wheels in a very distinct and high-class manner that we felt really emulated the Boston brand. And from the feedback we've gotten, it seems to be one of the best events ever in the history of single wheels.
So after brainstorming, we came up with the name Sky Lounge, and we had that all settled down. We had the Mandarin Oriental on board. I came in to help with all the planning.
We're presenting 27 new wheels, and we're bringing 69 total new 20-inch to 22-inch wheels to showcase at the Boston Sky Lounge. You can imagine that the shipping and logistics of just the wheels alone were immense. We worked with Think Red and Joanna. She did an amazing job really coming together with how we wanted to present the details and the small features that make Boston stand apart from other wheel companies.
It was time to invite all the dealers and clients, and fans to come to the actual event. So the experience starts there. As soon as people receive the invitation, we want to get them excited about it. So we actually pulled out all the stops when it comes down to that stuff. We decided to make these really cool metal VIP cards that we sent out with every invitation. Each day had a different color. We had a brass, we had black and gold. We also had a silver, which sort of matched even the finishes of the wheel. Working with Joanna was great. She came up with all these ideas for the actual event. So Joanna and the Red, they gave us all these 3D renderings of what the event could look like and all the different sections of the actual sky, which was really neat because it gave us a good visual of what we were going to have there.
So I think what inspired Sky Lounge overall was probably Vegas itself. I think that when it came down to Oriental, we really wanted to tie it all together and make sure that the design and the layout of the event was complement each other.
As we were putting the Boston Sky Lounge together, the entire team was working overtime on that Monday to ensure that the room was just as we envisioned it for our fans and clients to see. And of course, there were some things last minute that we had to purchase. I think one of the funnest parts for me was Andrew, It's White Noise, took me to Home Depot in his GT3 RS for us to get some tools in that particular car.
I think overall the challenge with the event was probably the location. Being from Miami and having to see the space only one time before you actually have to go in there and set it up and place everything and design everything. Making sure that the consumer, when they would arrive, was being immersed into the Boston brand. That's probably the most challenging thing. Just kind of like out-tuning yourself and exceeding the expectations for the people who know Boston and who go to this event because they respect the brand and they understand the message.
This was actually my first time attending respected companies with similar like-minded processes and ethics, figuring out, hey, how can we make something even cooler and high quality for our fans to enjoy?
It's an underdog here. Houston, H-Town, Texas, had to fly out to Las Vegas. Who wanted to miss this event? Had to be here for the Boston work event. You have on the 2016 lineup. I'm leaving at 5 a.m. Could not miss this. Nothing was going to stop me from doing it. It's just exciting what's going on.
日本から来ましたレッドエクスクルーシブのたけみです。ボストンスカイラウンジすごく楽しいです。最高。
It's over a month later, and it's still amazing to get all the emails and the text messages and even the Instagram posts about the amazing time people had at our Boston Sky Lounge. Pictures, and for them to tell us how much they appreciated, what we did for them in regards to the Boston Sky Lounge. I just am in love with the concept and how we came through with it, and obviously all the people that took time out of their busy schedules to come check us out.
Overall, the Sky Lounge was a complete success. We created a great atmosphere for our clients and our customers to come by and, check out the real lines, all the new stuff.